breaking down the fact that we're now in the beginning stages of revolution. We're now in it. It's now here. There's no doubt. All the indicators, all the points of data are there. The establishment knew. Oh, this is so essential. The establishment knew all of this was coming, has been pre-positioning, preparing, building what is at least $1 trillion+ infrastructure, the entire Homeland Security, it's more than $1 trillion, actually. The defense budget's over $1 trillion a year, but they're focusing much of the Homeland Security, Department of Defense infrastructure into suppressing the United States. In fact, I saw a cartoon this weekend, meant to send it to you guys. I forget where I saw it. And it showed a map of the United States with Canada and Mexico to the north and south, with giant artillery cannons swung around on the borders, all aiming into the country. Fortress America, I believe, was the headline. It was a big cartoon for a newspaper. So I just see so much great stuff. But the point is that it shows all the cannons. None of them swung out. They're all swung in. But see, that's what Homeland Security and this new Pentagon system is worldwide. They're not just exporting weapons and systems now. They're exporting how governments suppress their people and how to build the biometric national ID card grids, how to federalize local police, how to put in this MIT-designed face-scanning camera, license plate scanning system like Eagle Eye, that movie. People kept saying, watch Eagle Eye, watch Eagle Eye. I bought it, watched it when I jogged this weekend on the treadmill in 2 parts, and that is exactly... The surveillance isn't that level yet, but it's probably 60% of that. And they're trying to wire everything in to these new grids so that it can be that bad. But it's not going to be some computer like the HAL 9000 going after people. It's going to be humans in control of those AI systems, where just a few people, a very small group, because they write about this and talk about this, can implement giant operations, whole wars. Operation Guillotine, and I told you this long before I saw the movie Eagle Eye, Operation Guillotine is a real operation. That's what's so crazy about this movie. But it's a Pentagon plan to decapitate governments worldwide in a matter of minutes. When I've seen in congressional documents, it's called, they reference Pentagon plans to decapitate multiple world leaders simultaneously. And decapitate is guillotine. So, and that's what Homeland Security is it puts America in a decapitator. It puts all the governors, the senators, the House members, the legislative key members. I mean, this is admitted in the John Warner Defense Authorization Act. They publicly have put the government in a guillotine, and they're transferring the power to corporate entities and mercenary entities. Remind me to cover the Blackwater. It's so horrible, I kind of mentally blocked it out for a week now and haven't really covered it properly because I've just been researching it, and it's just got... They're operating all around us. I mean, these people are literally out of the bowels of hell. And it's a macho culture where they're into one-upping each other on how evil they are. Whew, man, look out. It's easy to be evil, fools. It's hard to be good. Man. You read about what they did to those Iraqi children. What they do back home with their wives. Of course, Mr. Prince's wife died young, didn't she? But hey, Henry VIII, what do you do? You see, it's a synthesis. The most evil people are competing with each other for the power, so you get the most horrible mutation of evil in power. You understand that, folks? That's what's bad about corruption. It isn't cute. More and more I realize any form of corruption is bad. Any form of evil is bad. And I'm not on some high horse. I'm not perfect. But now I understand. You know, they bring you up to think that evil and corruption's like cute and funny and the devil's fun and he's got good-looking girls with him. That isn't the case, folks. The devil wants your butt dead, deader than a hammer. You don't believe in the devil. It's a spirit. It's an idea. It's manifesting through human beings. The devil likes burning cities and dead babies. The devil likes the stench of rotten flesh. The devil likes terror in innocence. And we have conjured it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what all these TV shows, fantasizing about torturing people's kids, millions of Americans and Europeans watching it, fantasizing, going into role-playing mentally. Your subconscious is taking that on as real. When you watch movies like Hostel, and you watch movies like The Saw and all of this, and the good guy tortures people to show them that they deserve it. You see, this is psych warfare programming, and you have now become a monster. So we're now seeing that they tried to poison us intellectually and spiritually so we'd be weak. I love the parable of, if you can't understand it, for some of you out there on fluoride and Prozac, and you know, who watch 5 hours of TV a day and can't even understand me, go rent the movie Pinocchio. It's a Walt Disney special. The New York Times will quote me as saying Pinocchio's real. That's not what I'm saying. It's an analogy. They'll build a straw man, but that's fine. It's what my enemies do. Pinocchio, they bring you in, they give you some beer, they give you a pool table, they tell you, yeah, knock some windows out, have some fun, and then you turn into jackasses, into donkeys, to then be loaded on a ship taken to a slave island. And then Monstro comes along, and the rest is history, the whale. Almost symbolizing judgment. See, it was actually the judgment that actually, the destruction that actually allowed them to get out of the slave ship. Very, very deep. I mean, big messages in that film. And after that, most of the messages are really destructive and bad. But you got the young kid, and Pinocchio, he's out for his first time, and the scam artists come over and go, "Oh, hello, come with me, my friend. See the world." And the weasel and the fox take him over to the corrupt scam artist, gypsy guy at the carnival, and they use him. See, rebelling against his dad, he thought, oh, dad just doesn't want me to have fun. He went from one bondage to bondage again. And that's how this really works. Because once you give in to the spirit of pettiness and mindlessness and corruption, and believe me, we all struggle against it every day, it now blinds you. It makes you weak. It sucks you into a very destructive culture, and you become a slave. Myself included. I end up here at the office making bad jokes, not really dirty jokes, but jokes about people, and I'm even trying to stop that. I'm really trying to focus my mind on what I'm doing and how I'm behaving, and it's helping me become a better person and opening up my mind. And I said I was talking about revolution here. Revolution is an individual action. It happens inside. And you want to bring down the New World Order, stop fighting with your wife. Even if they're wrong and in your face, it'll stop when you not giving in to them, not going along, not being cowed or dominated, but when you stop even playing along with it and lovingly stop it. Same thing with your husband. Same thing in this whole culture. And the establishment wants us fighting with each other. They want to eradicate the family. In hundreds of government textbooks we have that we've listed and covered and posted in articles at Infowars.com, like Ecoscience. I got the New York Times saying children are bad for the earth and thus families are bad. New York Times, Friday. I mean, this message is there. You're seeing it. You watch TV and read the newspaper. Everything that's good and decent is competition to them because the good will stand up against them. So they know to have total consolidation of power. For power's sake, they've got to make you evil. They've got to put their virus of evil into you so that you break down and so they can control you. I mean, this is, even if you're not a spiritual person, even if you don't believe in a creator or believe in these laws of the universe, they're real, folks. They're real. I mean, this is going on. They traffic in men's souls. They know what they're doing. And so they know we're on the edge of revolution, going into revolution, with people everywhere angry. City councils, county commissioners, water districts, school boards, they're all being screamed down. People are mad, period. They know criminals are running things. They're angry. They know no matter who they vote in, it only gets worse. It gets worse under Clinton, worse under Bush, worse under Obama. On and on and on and on. They know it's a scam. They're just now starting to figure out more details. They're starting to get informed. They're finding out a private bank owns the money supply and runs the country. They're getting angry. Look at how they tried to demonize Ron Paul a year and a half ago and said he's a terrorist, his supporters are terrorists, he's dangerous, he's a racist. But notice that failed, and so now they try to embrace him, but still demonizing the movement. They're going to fail demonizing the movement against the New World Order now and try to embrace it just enough to camouflage themselves. And they're doing that now. They're doing that now. But they also have people in their own system that actually are on our side that are trying any way they can to rebel. So something wonderful is happening. Something beautiful is happening. Something very, very serious is happening. Something massively historical is happening.